Hello there, District 73. Hope you're having a great convention and you're well on the way to finding your inner hero. Sorry I can't be with you in person, but hopefully this short presentation on pathways will make up for my absence. All changes, even the most longed for, have their melancholy, for what we leave behind is part of ourselves. We must die to one life before we can enter into another. Anatole, France. Let's start with the obvious set of questions. Who in the room hasn't a clue what the Pathways learning experience is? Who isn't too keen on changing a 93-year-old formula? If it ain't broke, why fix it? Who believes technology can't replace community? Who believes technology is the key to making Toastmasters relevant in this technical age? Incidentally, did you know that globally less than 10% achieve their Competent Communicator Manual, less than 2% their Competent Leader Manual, and less than 1% go on to do something more advanced? Hands up who couldn't care less. It's someone else's problem. We have John Fisher to thank for this diagrammatic representation of the process of personal change. However you answered my previous questions, I'm sure we can all find ourselves on this curve somewhere. The stages are inevitable, but how long we stay in them is up to us. My job here and now is to give you enough information and confidence in this transition that Toastmasters is undertaking right now to stay on the purple line, to realize the amazing potential of the Pathways learning experience as we together take this exhilarating and dramatic step forward. As we're all at different stages and informed by many disparate sources, let's level the playing field a little with a video message from Toastmasters International.
Welcome to the Toastmasters Pathways learning experience, an exciting, flexible, and interactive way to develop your skills and help others in your club develop theirs. Building on Dr. Smedley's original vision and Toastmasters' core competencies, Pathways upholds the club experience while offering new, revitalized educational content that helps you learn communication and leadership skills that address real-world scenarios. Pathways expands on the current education and leadership tracks by offering more than 300 competencies across 59 projects. These projects are divided into 10 specialized learning paths that allow you to tailor your experience to fit your needs and your pace. All of this content is available online, allowing you to learn anytime, anywhere, from your computer, laptop, or tablet through Basecamp. Basecamp is the place where you'll find all of the materials for your learning experience, along with tools for your journey. In Basecamp, you'll be able to share feedback with fellow club members, view badges you've earned, access and save digital speech evaluations, and more. When you first begin Pathways, you'll take an online assessment that will recommend the path that's right for you. You'll be able to access your path from your education transcript in Basecamp, where you can view and complete projects. New elective projects such as write a compelling blog and manage projects successfully allow you to tailor your learning to meet your interests. Projects in Basecamp include a variety of interactive elements, including questionnaires, quizzes, menus, and expandable content. Educational videos model skills and provide demonstrations of the concepts you are learning. For example, Prepare for an Interview shows effective and ineffective interview techniques. Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring demonstrates the difference between coaching and mentoring. And Manage Online Meetings provides the best practices and strategies for holding a webinar or another type of online meeting. As you can see, Pathways represents an exciting paradigm shift that brings with it many new learning opportunities. What's more, Pathways will feel familiar to you because it maintains the things you love about Toastmasters, including your club experience. Pathways is coming to your club soon. Visit toastmasters.org/pathways to learn more.
Absolutely. Visit the website to keep up to date. For the first time in decades, the education program, an important part of every Toastmasters journey, is being significantly enhanced. The new program, called the Pathways Learning Experience, gives members choices and flexibility, but maintains the fundamentals of Toastmasters. It started life in 2010's strategic plan of the Toastmasters Board of Directors with a call to action. Modernize the communication track and renew focus on leadership. The first pilot, run at the end of 2015, involved 800 members, 168 clubs across 79 districts in 23 countries. There were 1,200 project surveys that helped inform the transition program and content. But let's face it, we all really want what's in it for me, the member. A tailored learning experience to help members meet personal and professional goals. The opportunity to develop many skills relevant to an evolving global marketplace. A clearer path toward Toastmasters recognition and achievement awards that will come earlier and more frequently. New technological resources to improve speeches and support meeting roles. Mobile access to educational materials, smartphones and tablets. Expanded video and digital content to facilitate learning among our global community of members. It's the same Toastmasters. Our guiding principles have not changed. Experiential learning, self-paced learning, peer evaluation and mentoring. Take this and enhance it with the technology available to us now and looking into the future. I will not be able to answer all your questions in this presentation, but what I aspire to achieve is an ignition of curiosity, an opening of your mindset, and hopefully an excitement mixed with a little passion to follow the transition as the news unfolds and engage with the pathway guides. I'm at that stage in my presentation where I either have your attention or I don't. This was the dilemma I faced getting ready for this talk. Which came first, the chicken or the egg, or more specifically, do I share first why and what's happening, or do I define all the new lingo first? Right now, some of you may be in a state of discombobulation. The next couple of slides are about explaining some of the key terms now that you've heard them in context of what is happening. Teamwork is essential throughout the launch of Pathways. We all must work together to make the Pathways rollout a rousing success. The first thing is to make sure every member has logged into the Toastmasters website if they haven't done so already. The Program Quality Director, Christine Dimitris, and her successor, with our Chief Ambassador, Bruce Hill, will work together to select Pathways guides. Ambassadors have already been appointed. There will be one ambassador per 10 clubs, and they will partner with the Pathways guides, who will be appointed around 2 months out from the rollout date. Each guide will conduct club visits with an ambassador to deliver a presentation, distribute rollout kits, and show members how to log into the Toastmasters website. They will be responsible for educating members about Pathways and to get us all excited about what we will gain from the transition. The name of the learning management system in Pathways is Basecamp. The analogy would be preparing to climb a mountain like K2. You would establish a base camp of operations. In Pathways, the learning management system Basecamp is where you access your ropes, your pickaxe, stop the analogy. This is where all the online material are located for the program. This includes projects, resources, transcripts, tips and tools. This is also where the Basecamp managers will track and approve your progress. All clubs will have 3 Basecamp managers, your president, your VPE, and your secretary. Your profile will be stored here as well, and this will include your project evaluations. There are 5 core competencies with multiple sub-competencies. There are 68 competent communication and leadership competencies in the current education program. Pathways has 348 unique competencies. 5 disciplines have been established from a combination of these core competencies. With the launch, there are 10 learning paths, the pathways, and these will replace all current manuals. Each path has 5 levels, each with a mix of communication and leadership focus that must be progressed sequentially. There are required and elective projects. Level 1 contains the same projects for each one of the 10 learning paths. Level 2 of each path includes an introductory mentoring project, another project to assess your leadership or communication style, and one project highlighting core Toastmaster skills relating to that path. In levels 3, 4 and 5, the projects are specific to the path. There is always a reflection project at level 5 to allow members an opportunity to reflect and share with their club members what they gained from completing a full learning path. The goal throughout Pathways is to apply what you learn. Your DTM, yes, this is still the big title, requires 2 paths to be completed, plus some additional stuff. Serve as a club officer for 12 months, serve as a club mentor or coach, serve as club sponsor or conduct speechcraft or youth leadership program, serve as a district officer for 1 year, and complete the capstone project. Yes, capstone. This is one that you create and implement of your own choosing, which demonstrates the skills and expertise you have gained. These electives, as the name suggests, are the same for each learning path, and you get to choose which you prefer. There are badges. You get to earn digital badges on Basecamp to show fellow club members all you've done. Receive a path badge when you finish a path. Every time you complete a level, you'll receive level badges signifying your achievement. You can also award feedback badges to recognize members of your club. Certificates. Whenever you reach important milestones in Pathways, print your certificates from Basecamp, and when you complete a path, you can request a printed version from World Headquarters. We also see the introduction of virtual mentoring. A virtual mentor is an experienced member who shares knowledge and experience in a specific area via the internet. As with a traditional mentoring relationship, the goal is to empower. Empower who? No longer mentees, now protégés. Any member who seeks guidance and support from a mentor to reach his or her goals. With virtual mentorships, reliance on technology comes some unique benefits. Creation of a forum for Toastmasters from the global community to share experiences and support one another. It expands learning opportunities by connecting with members from other cultures, a chance to learn new methods, skills, and gain a better understanding of the world. And TI makes a clear distinction between coaching and mentoring. There's also some published information on the paper forms, these here showing evaluation score sheets and a clear explanation of the evaluation criteria. The first phase kicked off in January, with 3 districts testing Pathways in a pilot program. 3 are Districts 51 Malaysia, 57 Northern California, and 27 Washington DC. The pilot is progressing well, and delays to the first published rollout plan are about ensuring the rollout itself is well delivered. We expect to hear more about Regions 10 and 12 soon, as to whether we will be training toward the end of the year or early 2018. Watch this space and check into the TI website for updates. During the transition, there will still be 6 education goals in the DCP. Clubs can meet the 6 goals of the current DCP, shown on the left-hand side of the chart, or they can meet the 6 goals of the Pathways DCP, shown on the right-hand side of the chart, or they can achieve 6 goals that are a combination of the current DCP goals and the Pathways DCP goals. There will be some changes around cost. It's inevitable while things bed down. there's a few tidbits of information that you can find by following people's blogs and reading on the internet. Something that isn't going to change. We have Bo Bennett and we have Malcolm Warden, Free Toast host and Easy Speak. People are a bit like Vegemite when it comes to club automation tools, but both of these automation tools will still be required to help manage your agenda generation and the tracking of progress over the next 2.5, 3 years whilst we wait for the program to be completely transitioned. You either like or you dislike, but at the end of the day, the automation tools do make our lives easier, and they are both talking to Toastmasters International. I've found quite a few links whilst compiling this presentation, and I have to turn around and say that one of the best I've come across in terms of understanding what it is that Pathways has evolved from and into is Mark Snow's presentation. I hope I've been able to inform and ignite some curiosity. He is hoping you all find your inner hero.